Pontiac Parents. Welcome back to the News Show. I'm your host, Hillary.
And I'm your other host, Damien.
Today is Wednesday, February 19, 2025. It's Happy Black History Month.
Here's a look at our 5-day weather forecast for today's weather. We have a high of 43 and a low of 35. We are back to much cooler temperatures for this week.
Please stand for a Pledge of Allegiance led by Ms. Crow's Lower Montessori class and a moment of silence.
Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please pause for a moment of silence.
We'll do Habit 6, Synergize. We don't talk about this one too often, but let's look at this habit more. Oftentimes we try to complete things on our own, but we must learn that we can collaborate with others in finding solutions to our problems or of overcoming difficult tasks.
For lunch today, we'll have choice 1, chicken go-yo sandwich, choice 2, crispy chicken patty sandwich, and choice 3, sun butter and jelly sandwich with string cheese.
Applications for pair producers of the Student News Show are open. Students will film the news show by setting up this news station and operating the camera system every day. Students will also have an opportunity to anchor the news show. This position is only for 4th graders to apply.
Hello, Pontiac authors! I hope that you have had a great start to your week. I know that last week was kind of a wonky week with a half day and then we had off on Monday. So I'm not reading any of the stories today. And the reason is I haven't gotten near enough stories yet. I need more stories. So out on my table outside, I still have the story papers ready for you to grab about that door that you find in the woods in the neighborhood. So I would love a couple more submissions and I will read them tomorrow on the news show. But for today, I'm going to introduce you to your new challenge. And this week, it is all about informational writing. You are going to be a teacher. Are you ready? So, with your informational writing, Leadership Day is coming up. It's next week, and visitors are going to come to our school and see how wonderful it is. So, you have a very important job. I want you to write an informational text about Pontiac. Teach our visitors all about Pontiac. What you can do is you can kind of pick your own thing to talk about, or if you want to choose one of the following topics to teach our guests about, that would be great too. So you could teach them about the 8 habits. You could teach them about our global classes. You could teach them about your particular class. Maybe you're in Montessori and want to tell a little bit about the Montessori method. Maybe you're in traditional 3rd grade and you want to share about your daily routine. Or if you're some of the younger kids, maybe you talk about getting ready for school or what dismissal is like and how it's like to get ready to leave. So as you write, remember to introduce your topic, develop your topic with some facts about Pontiac, definitions, details related to our topic. Use those transition words to link your ideas. Use any relevant vocabulary. So if you're talking about the habits, use that vocabulary. Put first things first, being proactive. And then make sure you have a concluding statement, maybe thanking your visitors for coming to Pontiac, and I hope that they learned new things. So next I'm going to show you the papers that you get to write on. students, I have the pictures available for you. So you're doing the same thing. I still want you to teach about Pontiac. So write an informational text about Pontiac. Maybe you write about getting ready for school. Maybe you write a little bit about your classroom. Maybe you write about getting ready to go home. And I have each box in order using those transition words: first, next, last. And then you can write a sentence or two. So maybe this is for kindergarten, first grade, maybe second grade, but I think second grade can use my next page. The next page is for some of those upper grades. So I do think second grade could use this, but definitely third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade. So you have the same thing. The Leadership Day is coming. You can write about the 8 habits, global, your classroom. Maybe you want to talk about getting ready for school or leaving. And remember, you can decide the topic. I'm just giving you a couple of options for it. But make sure you follow those instructions of how to write, and then I've given you a list of transition words. I can't wait to learn about Pontiac through you guys in your informational text.
February is Black History Month. Each day we will highlight a prominent figure in Black and African American history and the contributions to American history. Today we look at Sojourner Truth, who was an African American abolitionist and a women's rights activist. Truth was born into slavery while in Schuylkill, New York, but escaped with her infant daughter to freedom in 1826. After going into court to discover her son in 1828, she became the first Black woman to win such a case against a white man. Here's more on Sojourner Truth.
Sojourner Truth was born around 1797 in Ulster County, New York. Originally named Isabella Baumfree, Truth was sold at 11 years old along with a flock of sheep for $100.
Sojourner Truth wrote about her life as a child in slavery, and she talked about experiencing sexual abuse and continued beatings and whippings by her slave owner.
Truth fled her master in 1826, 1 year before the abolition of slavery in New York, and eventually became a freed slave.
After Truth became a free woman, she had the courage to go to court to challenge the legality of her son being sold into slavery. She was successful against so many odds, which is what makes that court case so amazing.
Inspired by religion, she changed her name to Sojourner Truth in 1843. The following year, she joined forces with abolitionists such as Frederick Douglass and William Lloyd Garrison.
Sojourner Truth became a traveling preacher, but also she was an early women's rights advocate, and so she spoke very forcefully for that as well.
In 1850, she published her memoirs, and the following year, Truth delivered her famous speech at the Ohio Women's Rights Convention.
The speech was later retitled "Ain't I a Woman?" And it was so powerful in part because it talked about the equality of work that was executed by Black people in general, that people who were free and unfree worked just as hard whether they were men or women.
Following the outbreak of the Civil War, Truth recruited troops for the Union Army and met with President Lincoln in 1864, who gave her permission to become a counselor at Freedmen's Village.
Sojourner Truth made a singular contribution during the Civil War. She agitated for Black people to be able to fight for their own freedom.
Truth continued to campaign for abolition and women's rights until her death on November 26, 1883. In 2009, a statue of Sojourner Truth was unveiled at the U.S. Capitol, commemorating her legacy.
Sojourner Truth was one of the gutsiest women in American history, Black or white.
That's all the announcements we have today.
Let's do our chant. At Pontiac, I will lead. Listen, empathize, achieve, and discover. Have a great day, Pontiac parents.